What's up, bud?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I think I'm parked illegally. How did you fall in love with lacrosse then, with swimming and football and all those other things you were doing?
I just thought it was really fun, you know, and I started playing lacrosse because all my football buddies are kind of like, hey, you should play this sport in the spring. Yeah. It's contact. We think you'd be really good, you know, like you got to come out and play with us. It was definitely pretty bad when I first started.
At first, man. It doesn't matter how good of an athlete you are.
Right.
How old were you when you took your first face?
Let's see, maybe like 15 or 16.
Yeah. Was that late?
Yeah. It was sophomore year of high school.
In this day and age, too, that's crazy.
Yeah. Now you got kids.
So you have a lot of tread on your tires still.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, dude, there's guys, little kids, like getting after it.
Right.
You know.
Definitely. Yeah. They're specializing so young.
With the sport of lacrosse, let's be honest, there's not a ton of black kids playing, right?
Right.
So how would you describe the diversity in the game if you were explaining it to a random person who maybe doesn't follow lacrosse?
Right. I'd say it's not. I mean, if it was a random person, I'd be like, it's not diverse really at all. I think that it's definitely growing, though. You know, It's a sport that's growing over different nationalities and different races.
So if a 12-year-old black boy came up to you and said, I don't know if I want to play this sport, there's not a lot of kids like me, how would you encourage him to pick up a stick and play?
I'd say don't do it because everyone else is doing it. Do it because you want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're worried about being like everyone else, then you're not going to be great at any sport. You know, if you can't be like anyone, you got to be your own person.
Well, Coach T comes across as a pretty intense dude.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He's a great guy.
Everyone thinks he's really intense because of they see him on the sideline.
Yeah.
And Coach T on the sideline is a different Coach T than at practice, and it's a different Coach T when you're in his office.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different person, and I think that people judge him on him on the sideline, but he's like the nicest guy, and just has taught me so much about obviously lacrosse and in life. You know, how to be a better player and a better person.
When he yells, you still take it, right? Like,
Like, don't get me wrong. yeah. Don't. I hope you don't think it's all flowers and butterflies, because it's definitely not that either.
So your mom and dad have never missed a game out here, coming from New Jersey.
Yeah, mom and dad have never missed a game. Yeah, I mean, my parents are so supportive. You know, they've supported me through all the sports I played, everything I do, you know. Definitely my number one fans. They think I'm okay, I guess.
Are you as good of a son as you are a face-off guy?
I hope so.
I hope so. Come on, making that trek.
Yeah.
Why are you okay with the face-off specialist winning the tour, Tom?
I think face-off guys are important to the sport, you know, and I think that
you can argue that they're the most important.
You definitely dictate
a game more than any individual player.
Over the years, you know, a lot of people think like, okay, like the face-off guy is like the worst lacrosse player on the field, you know, so how come like the worst skilled player has so much dictation over the game? You know, I think that's been like an argument for a while now, you know.
What's your counterpunch to that?
I mean, I think that I think a face-off guy is a lacrosse player, and we're really good at our position.
For you as an individual, like, what would make you feel like, wow, this is fulfilling?
The most fulfilling thing for me would be if I could look at the end of the season, if I could look back and say, I gave it everything I had. Yeah, so the problem with me is, like, I'll watch a game over, the Cleveland State game, like going 22 for 22. Like I'll watch the game, and there's a lot of things that I feel like I didn't do well.
Really? When you were 22 for 22, you found things you didn't do well.
And
because that's the perfect game. That's like telling a pitcher who just pitched a perfect game, you weren't perfect.
I didn't feel like I played to my absolute best after the game. You know, I feel like I left something out there.
If you were to face off against me 100 times, how many times do you think you'd beat me?
Have you taken a face off before?
Like loosely.
I'd probably go 90.
90?
Yeah.
I was gonna think like 98 or 99. I couldn't beat you.
I think you can give me a go. Maybe I'm giving you too much credit.
We're gonna have to do this one day.
Yeah.
Not 100 though.
Oh, yeah,
Smaller
definitely.
sample size, like 10.
Okay. So if you win 1 for 10,
That's
that would be 90
there's
for
your
100.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's good math.
Okay.